AITA for helping friend find therapy resources. My best friend and I have known each other since middle school. He was always the life of the party, confident, and someone everyone gravitated toward. He was also, admittedly, kind of a jerk. Not intentionally malicious, but definitely self-centered and often oblivious to how his actions affected others. He wasn't cruel, more like insensitive. He made jokes that were borderline offensive and never really listened when people talked about their problems, always steering the conversation back to himself. Recently, another friend got married. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I was the best man. My best friend was also in the wedding party. During the reception, he made a toast that was, to put it mildly, cringeworthy. He talked mostly about himself and his own dating escapades, barely mentioning the happy couple. I saw the bride visibly wince, and the groom looked embarrassed. Later that night, after a few drinks, I pulled him aside. I told him that his toast was inappropriate and that he needed to start being more considerate of other people's feelings. I didn't yell or anything, I just spoke honestly and directly. I told him he was a good friend, but he often behaved selfishly. To my surprise, he didn't get defensive. He actually seemed receptive. He said he knew he messed up and that he sometimes says things without thinking. He asked me how he could improve. I suggested that he consider seeing a therapist. I explained that therapy could provide him with tools to become more self-aware and empathetic. I even offered to help him find some resources. The next day, he called me. He said he had been thinking about our conversation all night and that he was willing to try therapy. I spent the next few hours researching therapists in our area who specialized in interpersonal relationships and emotional intelligence. I sent him a list of names, websites, and contact information. He started therapy a few weeks ago. He tells me he is learning a lot about himself and his patterns of behavior. He is making a conscious effort to be a better listener and to be more mindful of his words and actions. I have noticed a change in him already. He seems more genuine and less focused on himself. He is more engaged in conversations and asks thoughtful questions. He even apologized to the bride and groom for his terrible toast, and they accepted his apology. However, some other friends are giving me a hard time. They say I am trying to change him and that I should accept him for who he is. They argue that his personality is part of what makes him fun to be around and that therapy will ruin his charm. They claim he is bending over backwards to please other people. They think I overreacted to the toast and made a big deal out of nothing. They say he is still the same person, that he is just hiding who he is. I disagree. I think he is genuinely trying to be a better person. I am proud of him for taking the initiative to address his flaws. Am I the jerk for encouraging him to seek therapy and helping him find resources?